Hey all, it's Rad. Welcome back to Resident Evil 3. Before we leave and head uptown, we're going to make a small coin adjustment and throw in a recovery coin. Not that I'm gonna need it, but just to play it safe and just to save on items. So, our job is to get uptown and gain access to the substation for the sake of power. This game thinks I'm gonna use handgun ammo. For the moment, I don't need to. However, you really need to play this game in the dark. Because otherwise, it's going to be hard as hell to hit anything. So, one thing that carries over from RE2 make, you're more accurate when you're standing still. Aiming is another matter, but moving actively increases your crosshair. There's a barrel over there on the left, but we're going to save that for a very special moment. For now, let's establish what our goal is.
Carlos, I've reached the main avenue. Which way do I go?
See a big transmission tower? That's the substation. You'll have to circle around through an alley to your right to get there.
You mean the alley that's on fire?
Maybe. Surely a tall drink of water like yourself can put out a few flames.
Fuck you.
So, with our goal established, nice, useful barrier you got there. It's a good thing we have this distinct red barrel to help us out. These were obviously in the original to clear out any excess amounts of enemies. You're not going to see them as much in the remake, but they're going to be a godsend when you do. Raiden, not the most efficient of weapons, but... well, I guess that's the wrong term. Not the most reliable of weapons. Because if you are proficient in your headshots, it's the best weapon in the game. So, Donut Shop. Normally, in Nightmare difficulty, there is an enemy blocking that door, thus preventing you from moving on. You would have to circle around and enter it from here in order to shoot the enemy and gain access. For now, there's something I do want to do. It does involve me going up these stairs. And I want to be sure that I know exactly where I'm going, so we're going to use the map. Per the usual, red rooms indicate there are items you haven't picked up, and, like, green base rooms indicate you're good to go. There's nothing else to see here. I definitely hear some chewing. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want to bother you, but I do kind of have to get you out of the way. That's what I get for trying to shoot through it. Oh, there's a little helper. Okay. do wish the Raiden had a bit of an audio cue when it's ready for usage, but beggars can't be choosers. Yeah, we are well above what we need. Alright. Alright, it's really dark. So having a little trouble getting around. Alright, moving on. Take note of this safe. Because there's a code we need to be looking out for. It is worth noting, I don't think I'm going to be grabbing everything in the game. Some of it is a little out of the way. So not every nook and cranny will be explored. So that is your disclosure. Yeah, nerves really do get the better of me with this weapon. I'm always second guessing if I have the shot or not. I think... yeah, it's 60 bullets per slot in your inventory. I see you. Barely, but I see him. Yeah, there you are. Yeah, there's 4 of you now. Okay, sorry I wandered onto your territory. We're gonna have to make use of the best tool in Resident Evil 3 make, the dodge roll. If you perfect dodge and aim immediately after the dodge, you get a slight bit of bullet time, where the game slows down and you focus on a nearby enemy. It's incredible. And I'm guessing that the reason there were enemies around is because of that alleyway, which we'll be going down a little later. This is our destination. We need a way to clear the fire. And this area has exactly what we need to do that. Yeah. Alright. Watch your step when you collect this. The fire hose. A nightmare difficulty, there is an enemy that immediately jumps out of that door when you collect it. This room needs to be remembered. There's places you can lockpick. There's a hand grenade. And we're definitely coming back here. For reasons. For that shotgun, we need a way to cut the chain that is encasing it. Yeah, I've been doing a Nightmare playthrough on the side, so I'm used to certain encounters being a bit more crowded. Okay, moving along. Take note of that room for later. I'm not taking any chances. I have a feeling that this room is going to be crowded once again. Yep. Best bet is usually to wait for the crosshair to get smaller. But if you're under duress... Alright, wandering through the donut store. In nightmare mode, there would be an enemy blocking that door. So you would need to take the long way around. But since we're doing a for funsies run, we don't have to worry about that.
Gotta put
Make-
this out.
Make me think you actually were gonna do something.
There.
Okay, that's taken care of. Since we've done that, before we move on, I'm going to do a little bit of inventory management. Not going to worry about that. It's completely fine. Completely normal. It will be dealt with. Thinking about what we're going to need. Not going to need these extra handgun bullets. Probably need that grenade as a last resort. If you're wondering why I'm killing every little last thing I can, it's because it'll make it easier to get around. I knew it. Need to remember that area. A lot of this includes areas you're not going to be able to come back to when you make progress up to a certain point.
Is someone in here?
You just got the bolt cutters. Here's how they work. They're gonna come in real handy.
Here, UBCS?
Yeah, careful, careful. Come on, don't look at me like that, all right? I'm not infected.
let's take care
No, 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 wait, please!
What the fuck?
He was infected.
He might have been infected.
Oh, stars, this soft. No wonder so many of you dead.
And what are you, UBCS? Killing your own people?
He would have turned. There's your sense of self-preservation. Go back to the subway station. We don't need a bleeding heart like you getting in the way.
Now, we could very much follow him and continue onward to the substation, but now that we have our bolt cutters, We got some places to be. Never gonna need this. I don't know why I had that in there for so long. For now, we're going to focus on the few areas that, back uptown that the bolt cutters can be used with. And if you're in a hurry, you will take notice that certain areas get repopulated. And if you're rushing ahead, you will get punished for it. That's also why I took the long way around, to sort of demonstrate that. Okay. This area down here. There's this little alleyway here that has a fair amount of items that we can take with us. And some infected out there that don't like to play nice. Shotgun shells. Another hand grenade. I think they wanted me to waste. But, yeah, we're not doing that. I have specific uses for those grenades. Hopefully they won't be necessary. Yeah, we can leave these behind. We're gonna be drowning in handgun ammo. Yep. If you pay attention to sound effects, you'll notice the game is trying to warn you of when certain places get a little more populated, shall we say. Oh, I forgot about this area. Alright. One more stop to manage our inventory. First of all, we have to establish this room. Fancy box over there. After we make some room for it. Certain items can be examined, just like in Resident Evil 2. This jewel's gonna come in handy, but for now, we're not gonna need it. This green herb is also going to come in handy. I think now is the time to put away the defense coin. Shotgun shells. Put the pistol away for now. Combat manual. Combat manual will make perfect dodging a little easier to do. And I think that is not almost everything we need for this area. Forgot about this one. So, if there is a trash bag next to your item, it means that that item is no longer necessary. It has served its purpose. You can set it free. That's not all that's in this market. High-grade gunpowder. And a first aid spray. Alright. One more stop downstairs for one last organization. Sorry for the indecisiveness. But you could never be too prepared. Put the jewel away for now. Alright. Alright, that's good enough. We're finally ready to move along. Because this next section is going to be particularly brutal if you weren't prepared for it. Because we get to show off the shotgun. Actually, before we do... Can't get ammo we aren't gonna need. Oh, and he's got handgun ammo next to him. Must be a coincidence. Now we run into dogs. Dogs are noticeably fast. Hence why I am not using Raiden on them. A different kind of enemy behind those gates in Nightmare. Enemy we haven't met yet, to be fair. Yet. On Nightmare difficulty, the game obviously assumes you've played through the game, know it by heart. Got a few surprises for you. Stupid bobbing and weaving. Alright, I need some light. Perfect. From here on out, if you see any green herbs, do not mix them unless it's with a red herb. Our job in this station is to activate 4 breakers. But there's a particular enemy there that is not going to make this task easy.
Oh, it smells like... Oh, I don't even want to think about it.
For now, we have a case to grab. Inside here is a lockpick. The game definitely sends you back and forth when it comes to collecting items, but it's worth it in the end. Ain't nothing wrong with being a little too over-encumbered. So, with the lockpick in hand, we're gonna do a little more item collecting. Gonna put the shotgun away for now. It's gonna be you, me, and Raiden. And a hip pouch. Hip pouches, when you pick them up, give you 2 free extra item slots. The lockpick is going to be an item that will last you a lot longer than the bolt cutters. Just making sure I immediately didn't miss anything, and it turns out... Green herb. Alright. Sorry if I'm constantly going back to the map. They explain that there's certain electric generators throughout the area. If you blast them, they I was about to say they become contagious. No, what they actually do is send out electricity throughout the area. Anyway, lockpicks. I think I'm going to dedicate the rest of this episode to collecting in the downtown exactly where this lockpick can be used. We'll save the actual substation stuff for the next episode. because there is a fair amount that this helps us grab, including in this toy store. With the big Mega Man toy. Can't wait for that Arthur game. Sadly, you cannot take Mega Man's blaster with you. It doesn't actually work. There are bobbing heads throughout the area that you absolutely need to shoot. I don't remember exactly what you get from knocking out all of them. With that, we have 3 jewels. Which means there is a certain area back at our original safe house where we can actually get some rewards. Not only that, we have another use for our lockpick. More shotgun shells. Alright. Pulling out the red jewel. And the blue jewel. Each of these jewels can be exchanged to get you a particular item. Green jewel gets you a grenade. Blue jewel gets you a part for your shotgun. I'm going to pull that out real quick. Better accuracy to the shotgun. The upgrade disappears. So you can get a little more room in your inventory, which is nice. And the red jewel gets you another item pouch. With that, now we can stock a bit more. So that down here. Well organized, of course. I've played RE4 too much. I can't escape it. Yeah, I go around. And that is handgun ammo. Oh, of course, the donut shop. There's another lock in the donut shop with another item we can grab. Of course, this is the electrical currents that the manual was talking about, so good to know that after the fact. Another hand grenade because we do not have enough of them. Let me just be sure I'm not missing anything. Haha! Just general item collection, there could be certain items that are elusive. Just making sure. Because I could spend a fair amount in here, but for the sake of getting the show on the road, we're going to stop here for the moment. We're going to keep the Raiden out. Put the gunpowder away. Put the lockpick away. And that should get us ready to finally restore the power, which we're going to do next time on Resident Evil 3. See you later.